Hello, mosquito of love, welcome back. Today we're gonna take a closer look at two great combat vessels, the Vulture and the Federal Ship, and try to find out which one of these two is the best option for bounty hunting, but also for every other activity that is related to combat. The price difference between these two vessels indicates that the Federal Ship will be a better option, but let's go ahead, take a better look and find out why. The best way to decide which one of these two vessels is better is to take a good look at the modules, the basic modules that they can be equipped with, and let's start with the Vulture. The Vulture can be equipped with a Class 4 power plant, a Class 5 thrusters, Class 4 frameshift drive, Class 3 life support, Class 5 power distributor, and Class 4 sensors. Its fuel tank has a low capacity of only 8, and this is gonna create some problems, and it also has 5 internal compartments, of which 1 Class 5, 1 Class 4, 1 Class 2, and 2 Class 1. This means that the Vulture can be equipped with a Class 5 shield generator and also carry a Class 4 shield cell bank for extra defenses. With these modules, the Vulture has an available power of 15.6, which is also gonna create some problems. A mass of only 299 tons, almost 300 tons, and it is quite light. The Vulture is quite light ship, and jump range is quite decent at 19.37 light years, but the fuel tank is not gonna help us a lot with this jump range. As for the hardpoints, the Vulture has 2 large hardpoints, and this is exactly why it is considered a heavy fighter, because of the very good firepower it can carry and because of the great damage it can do, especially to bigger targets. It also has 4 utility mounts where we can equip a lot of defensive modules such as chaff launchers or heat shield launchers, or even add shield boosters and increase the very good shield that the Vulture already has. The Federal Ship, on the other hand, can be equipped with a Class 6 power plant and thrusters, Class 5 frameshift drive and life support, a Class 6 power distributor, and a Class 4 sensors. Its fuel tank has a capacity of 16, and it also has 6 internal compartments, of which 2 Class 5, 1 Class 4, 1 Class 3, and 2 Class 2. That means that the assault ship can be also equipped with a Class 5 shield generator, but it can also carry a Class 5 shield cell bank or a Class 4 shield cell bank, or carry multiple shield cell banks for extra defenses. Its available power is at 25.2, almost 10 more than the Vulture, but it is a much heavier ship than the Vulture, with its mass at 628. Its jump range with this loadout is at 19.61 light years, similar to that of the Vulture and quite decent. As for the hardpoints, the only difference is the 2 extra medium hardpoints that the assault ship has, and that will allow us to equip a better variety of weapons, do better combinations, and add more firepower to our vessel. What gives an advantage to the assault ship over the Vulture are the better modules that it can be equipped with, especially the power plant thrusters and power distributor. With an A6 power plant, the assault can be equipped with a lot of power-hungry weapons without having any real problem. We have the opportunity to do a lot more interesting combinations of weapons, something that the Vulture is not able to do, is quite limited at the weapons it can carry. Sure, we can equip some really power-hungry weapons on the Vulture, but that will have an impact on the rest of our loadout. With the A6 power plant and almost 10 more power than the Vulture, the assault ship can be equipped with really strong weapons, but also have some really nice defenses. The A6 thrusters are helping the assault ship to handle better its mass. It is a heavier ship than the Vulture, and in that way achieve a similar maneuverability to the Vulture, although the level of maneuverability for the Vulture is at 9, while the level of maneuverability for the assault ship is at 6. The power distributor is also very important. With an A6 power distributor, the assault ship can fire its weapons for longer than the Vulture that only has an A5 power distributor. And this is quite obvious when we are fighting with these two vessels. The power on the Vulture's weapons is depleting quite fast, and eventually we will have to stop and give them some time to recharge in order to take down our enemies, destroy them and move on to the next target.
Target shields offline.
This isn't something that will happen to the Federal Starship easily though. Thanks to the better power distributor and better power plant, we can fire our weapons for longer, have absolutely no worries about them and focus on our targets. The difference on the frame shift drive is not really that important between these two vessels, and this is because of the difference in their mass. They are achieving a similar jump range at around 19.60 light years, and they can both be equipped with the same fuel scoop, a class 5 fuel scoop. So that means that you can travel far away with both of them and use an A5 fuel scoop to replenish your fuel faster. The real problem here is the fuel tank. The fuel tank of the Federal Assault Ship has a capacity of 16, while the fuel tank of the Vulture has only a capacity of 8. And this is gonna create you some serious problems if you wanna travel with the Vulture. Again, because of the better fuel tank, the Federal Assault Ship is a better option for traveling around, and you won't have to waste a lot of time refueling by scooping fuel from stars. Let's go ahead now and give them a nice similar loadout and see their combat capabilities. We're gonna go with gimbal weapons, pulse lasers, and equip as many defensive modules as possible. Because of the power of the Vulture, the limited power that the Vulture has, we can only equip D0 shield boosters, 3 D0 shield boosters, if we want to have an A5 set generator, the best set generator. And if we try to equip a shield cell bank, we will be out of power, we won't be able to use our weapons. So if we remove this shield cell bank and equip a shield cell bank of A2 instead, we are still gonna have some problems, we will still not be able to use our weapons. So if we want to have the best shield generator equipped, we will have to either lose some of the shield boosters or all of the shield boosters, or not take a shield cell bank with us. We can of course equip a fuel scoop of A4 if you want to travel around, and a refuel scoop from stars if you want to find some better combat opportunities, but of course you will have to make some adjustments on the modules on your right panel to make your weapons work. So for example, we are gonna set the fuel scoop to priority 2 if we want to have enough power to fire our weapons with the Vulture and this certain loadout. The Federal Assault Ship, on the other hand, with a similar loadout, has absolutely no problem to have 4 weapons equipped, 3 shield boosters of A0, and of course the best shield generator, and an A5 shield bank, and also an extra A4. And as you can see, we have no problem with power. This is because of the excellent power plant, the A6 power plant that it can be equipped with. Of course, we are gonna remove the shield cell bank of A5 and place a fuel scoop to have a more similar loadout to the one with the Vulture that we will be using. And by setting that fuel scoop at priority 2, you can see that we have enough power to run our weapons. Again, because of the better power plant, we can replace the weapons and equip some more power hungry versions of them, equip some beam lasers on the large hardpoints, equip nothing on the medium hardpoints, and use our assault ship as an oversized Vulture. Or we can replace the pulse lasers on the medium hardpoints with cannons, railguns, everything we want, and with some modifications on the loadout, be absolutely fine. And with some help from the Coriolis tool, we can see that the Vulture with this loadout has a value of shields at 480, while the Federal Assault Ship has a value of 340. Not a big difference. Sure, the Vulture has better shields, but because of the better power that the Federal Assault Ship has, we can equip better shield boosters of quality A instead of the D quality that the Vulture can be equipped with, and have a decent shield. And of course, the difference in speed is also very important between these two vessels, especially if you are looking to do some bounty hunting in a resource extraction site where speed is quite important. With 4 pips on the engine, our Vulture has a maximum normal speed at 243, and if we boost, 244, and if we boost, it goes up to 382, something like that. Let's boost one more time. 391. quite decent speed for running around in a resource extraction site and trying to find targets. But it's not the best speed if you want to chase a faster vessel. The Federal assault ship now with 4 pips on the engine has 244 normal speed, and when we boost it goes up to 403. Let's boost one more time. 406. Slightly better than the Vulture. It is slightly a better option if you want to chase something faster. Let's go against this Elite Anaconda with our Vulture and see how good it is against bigger targets. Let's get in there. It's easily, because of the very good maneuverability of the Vulture, to stay close and behind of these bigger vessels. It's very easy to stay close to smaller vessels as well that are agile, but let's take it down. Yeah, with some help from NPC. It's already down, but here comes the first problem of the Vulture, that we need to wait for our weapons to recharge. Let's get closer and continue attacking. We're not gonna have any real problem with so many NPC attacking as well. It's already down to 50%, so it'll be dead soon. It is a very good combat vessel, there's no doubt about it, but there are some limitations it has that can make the experience a bit frustrating sometimes. Let's put more power on our engines and get back in there. And we can very easily dance around these targets and position ourselves behind them. The Anaconda is dead.
Target destroyed.
Let's try our Federal assault ship against this Python. Get closest, stay with it, wait for the chaff to go out, and put more power on weapons and start firing again. The only real problem I can see with the Federal assault ship is the placement of one of the large hardpoints that is above the hull, and it might give you some problems when you are using fixed weapons only. But other than that, it is an excellent ship. It has enough power to run your 2 large weapons all the time without any real problem, and anytime we want, we can change and start using all of our 4 weapons.
Scan detected.
For an increased firepower.
Target shields offline.
And if you combine different kind of weapons, this is gonna give you better chances to destroy dangerous targets faster than the Vulture. But of course, if you are gonna use all of your weapons at the same time, you will need to give them some time to recharge. This Python is already at 39%, and as you can also see, we have absolutely no problem staying behind it, thanks to its very good maneuverability, which is not the same as the Vulture, but it is very similar. Both the Vulture and the Federal assault ship are great combat vessels, but it is quite obvious that the assault ship is a much better option for bounty hunting and combat in general, and this is exactly because of the better modules it can be equipped with, modules that will give us the opportunity to use stronger, better weapons and have better defenses. But that's not the only thing that makes the assault ship better. The ability it has to travel far away, find better combat opportunities without the need to refuel as often as the Vulture is quite important as well, and also the better internal compartments it has will allow us to use it in a number of different activities from piracy to trading. It is my personal opinion that if you have the required rank, enough money to buy and equip it with a decent combat loadout, then you should upgrade from a Vulture to a Federal Gunship, and this is exactly what the Federal Gunship is. A great upgrade from the Vulture for bounty hunting and combat. Thank you very much for joining me watching this video. I'm Squid of Love and I will see you next time. Bye bye.